Alright, so drafting. Told you guys we would get a tournament in. There we go. Oh, King Gabe. Well, that's our pick. Duh. Let's see what else we got in here, though. We got an Inquisition. That's pretty good. Terrabot's pretty good. Citizenry. This is a bomb. Diggity-yo. So hopefully we get to see him, because we're definitely drafting him. I don't know. What else? I'm really seeing here. I don't know that the Citizenry is probably not going to come around to us. If it does, I'd be very surprised. But yeah, that is freaking awesome. That's a good legendary to have. He's like a 1 of in control decks. Maybe a 2 of in like a ramp deck or something. When I put together my website for my business, which is like a stub business, like I'm not trying to make money just yet. Yeah, I just kind of went in and there was a thing that helped me put that together. So, Corrupt Harvester is a pretty good pick here. I think that's probably going to be our pick, because this is just another dominant card that can keep us in the game to get to King Gabe, so I feel like that is a pretty good pick for us. Yeah, King Gabe first pick is going to hopefully, as long as we draw him and are able to cast him, he should hopefully dominate for us. Let's go. Yeah, we're going by cost here, sort by cost. But yeah, I'm mostly looking at like C, C sharp, working with Unity 3D. The game that I developed was in RPG Maker, and I didn't really do very much low-level programming there, but within RPG Maker, it allows you to do some programming, like very low-level programming type stuff. So Corpse Fly is decent here. We can also take the Infiltrator bot, but I feel like that's a little bit of a later pick for us. So we'll probably take the Corpse Fly here. Not really seeing anything else I'm crazy about in this pack. So let's pick up this Corpse Fly. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I think you're a cool viewer. Oh, that's the that's tough. I mean, Team Solo Mid, they're, you know, America's darling there. So yeah, I really appreciate that. I feel like they recently started kind of doing a reality television show where they kind of forced the reality a little bit too much. I don't feel like it's very real what they're doing on that show, or what they do when they come on. Yeah. Skylar Griffin's pretty good here. We could also take Terrible Transfer for removal, but we're in dual shards right now, so I feel like I want to kind of get some more diamonds, because I really want to play this His Majesty King Gabe, so I want to force people out of diamond by taking this Skylar Griffin here. So I feel like that's a pretty good pick for us. Oh, you're welcome, Edswar. Yeah, I worked pretty hard on that. Actually, I did the questions before I left to go to the con, while I was on the plane going to the con, and then I think that was, I pretty much had them done when I arrived. I don't think I wrote any more questions, but yeah, spent a decent amount of time putting together those questions for him, and we actually went over this stuff beforehand, and I removed a lot of questions that weren't PvE related, because I had a whole bunch of stuff because I wasn't sure who I was going to talk to. So Inquisition, of course, is a great pickup here. More removal for us. So we're pretty heavy early removal with the Inquisition and Corpse Fly. That should hopefully get us into some of our bigger drops with the Skyle and the Corrupt Harvester and King Gabe. I feel pretty good about this deck right now. It'd be nice to get a Murder. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one, but hopefully we'll get to see a Murder at some point in time. Atrophy is not bad removal. I don't really like Paladin. We could also take Infiltrator bot. We don't have a 5-drop now. So Atrophy is decent removal, but I kind of want this Infiltrator bot here, I think, just because it has evasion. I mean, I have evasive stuff in here, but it's one of those evasive troops that you just can't stop. So I'm going to keep that. Also, we could get the Blood Aura and throw it on there and get some life stealing going on with it. Life draining, rather. Some life drain, like this Corrupt Harvester has. Not seeing a lot of Diamond. Diamond looks like it's pretty closed, so we're going to probably have a hard time getting some good Diamond stuff. We're definitely taking Mazet Ranger here because we can give it Swift Strike and it becomes a 4-1 Swift Striker, which is pretty good. I feel like that's pretty sweet. If we go a little bit heavier into Blood, it's not too much of a problem because that makes it easier for us to play Zared. Giving something -1/-1 seems pretty good. You know, because it kills a lot of things when we do that, including this Mazet Ranger. If our opponent plays one against us, but Mazet Ranger plus Swift Strike seems pretty good with this setup. I'm really hoping to see some more Diamond, but it looks like it's getting eaten up right now. Guard Dog's okay. Call from the Grave is okay. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Guard Dog, so we'll probably take Call the Grave here. Especially with King Gabe, because if we bring him back, if our opponent murders him and we bring him back, we get his whatever it is. We get I forget what his name is. Bold Heart. We get another Bold Heart. So I mean that seems pretty sick. I mean pulling back a Corrupt Harvester or a Mazet Ranger also is pretty could be pretty detrimental for our opponent to have to deal with that stuff again. Terrible Transfer came back around. We also have Inquisition here. I guess I'll take the Terrible Transfer. Although Inquisition seems better, seems strictly better. Yeah, I like Inquisition better here. This is a single match elimination, or at least I hope that it is. Yeah, it does say single elimination draft, so hopefully I prefer to play it this way just because there's no reason to drag it out. In my opinion, I do have other things that I like to do with my time. Misfortune is probably our pick here. There's no reason to take the Soothing Breeze. That's not really forcing anything by taking that Soothing Breeze. There's really not a lot of other good picks here anyway, so we'll take the Misfortune. It's not that bad. Kind of getting down to it anyways on this first pack. So we only got two decent Diamond cards. So yeah, that tells me that Diamond is from the right side is really. I'm gonna hopefully pick up good Diamond cards in the next pack, and then on my third pack I don't plan on seeing any good Diamond cards. So I could pick up the Wall. Combine troops in the graveyard. I mean, I guess it's okay. I think I just don't want to deal with this Bloodcray Zealot. A lot of my stuff's just tiny, and that guy's just a bomb. Sniper Gawain also is pretty good. Looks like Ruby is pretty open with Sniper Gawain doing so well. Or that guy's a dredge for us, so counterpick that guy there. Stone Skin is pretty solid. We've got a lot of stuff that's very targetable, so we'll pick up the Stone Skin here. We could also pick up the Zombie Vulture, but I want to get the Stone Skin again because for Diamond to try to force that out a little bit. Let's see, what are we going to get next? An Ivory Pawn is okay. Okay, so this is... I'll take the Ivory Pawn, I guess. There's a chance I could get a Knight, the Knight that gets bigger, and Ivory Pawn is somewhat useful in that situation, but that's like the only situation. Blood Bear is not bad as a 1-drop to help keep us in the game. He chumps for us. He does an okay job. He? I think it's a she. And there's a Zombie Vulture. Zombie Vulture's not bad, but there's probably better things for 5 that we could be doing, like Misfortune or Infiltrator Bot. It is a flyer, but it's not horrible. It could be worse. Our 3-point range needs some help. But otherwise, the deck looks okay. So we could money draft this Menacing Grolk here. I'm really not seeing anything else I like here. There's not even another good Diamond card. There's a Reversion. That may or may not table. There's a Shroomshaw is decent. I really feel like we just money draft this Grolk because it's just such a good card that it'll go well. Tempo is just really sick right now. Also, I just don't want to deal with it. I'm really not seeing a lot of good picks here at all for me. So yeah, we're just going to pick up this Grulk. Unfortunately, that's... yeah. If I take the reversion, I'm forcing him out of Diamond, which could have been good, but I feel like the Grulk is just too good for me not, for me to pass up. But I don't even have any real good Sapphire cards here. I'm not sure how open Sapphire is. A lot of times, Sapphire gets pretty open, which is very surprising to me. To see, like, Sapphire with a bunch of, like, Buccaneers. I think Buccaneers is probably my most drafted card. Hey. Elliot. Wake up, Zachary. Why'd you wake up Zachary? That's not nice. Revert, transform troops into zombies. Not so great. I mean, it's okay. Let's see. This guy is pretty good. Blood Servant is pretty good. So we'll probably take the Blood Savant here. Although Diamond Aura is not bad. Also, Wind Whisperer exhausts target troop. So I'll probably see some more Wind Whisperers. I hate taking this Blood Servant over the Wind Whisperer actually because I'm trying to get some more Diamond. But I feel like he's so good. Like, he can dominate a game too. So I have to pick him up. We're pretty solidly in blood here. I don't like taking that guy there just because I kind of want more diamond cards, but I suppose there's a chance that, like, we could go mono blood here also. This Ivory Pond is pretty much a dredge, so I'm just going to throw it off to the side here. Stone Skin is debatable whether we main deck it or not. It depends on how many troops we have. It's probably not. It probably won't get made into the main deck typically because I don't even know how much removal my opponents are going to have. Bolt Paw Wizard's decent here. Reversion again. Grimskull Sorcerer. So I can give this guy +1/+1 and make him a 2/3. That's reasonable. 2 for a 2/3 is not bad. Bolt Paw Wizard's really good too for reversion. I'm trying to get Diamond going here, so instead of taking the Bolt Paw Wizard, I'm going to take the Grimskull Sorcerer. I mean, it could bite me, but yeah. I really feel like I need some more Diamond cards here, and that's a Diamond card. The Bolt Paw Wizard was probably the better pick there, though. Still need some more 3-point cards. Murder would be nice, or I don't know, a lot of the Diamond removal. A lot of Diamond removal that's 3 points, so let's see, what do we got here? What's gonna happen now? Another Scowl Griffin is decent. A Rigid Buffalo is also decent. I feel like the Scowl Griffin is the better pick. We could take the Brood Creeper. We're probably not going to see any more of these. This could be good. I feel like I really need to take this Brood Creeper actually here, but as I already have a Scowl Griffin. Rigid Buffalo. I know that, like, one of these is not coming back to me. The Brood Creeper probably won't either, though. I don't know. I guess I'll take the Scowl Griffin. I'm trying to really get Diamond going here, so Brood Creeper might have been better there. I might have been better to just, like, go into blood, but even though my first pick was His Majesty King Gabe, I'm really trying to force the Diamond a little bit here by making some of these picks. Rigid Buffalo's good, but not as good as Scowl Griffin, so that's probably the better pick. Still need some 3-point cards. We're only on pack 2, so like I said, this is the most I'm going to see the diamond cards. Next pack I don't plan on seeing any, so I'll probably see some of these blood cards again anyways. More Inquisition, Effigy, or Seeker Lab. So I already have like 2 Inquisition, a terrible transfer. This guy is okay. I don't think he's as good as Effigy, though. What am I putting on Effigy? I can make him a 3/3 Effigy. I mean, it's a 3/3 body. I mean, I guess that's something. I could also give it Swift Strike if I wanted to, but yeah, I'm taking Effigy here. It's also easier to cast in dual shards. I'm not sure how I feel about this deck right now. I feel like my deck is okay, but I'm having some really hard picks. Another Grimskull Sorcerer. It's probably going to be our pick here. Yeah, another 2/3 Sorcerer seems pretty good to me. Because we'll gem him that way. For quite a while, I had no idea how to gem this guy. Because it was like he's a 1/2 with a minor slot. And I was like, well, what do I put on this guy? Could also put Rage on him, but I don't really see that as being as good as just being a 2/3 to kind of hold board state until I can get some Scowl Griffin or King Gabe or something like that in play, or you know, even just some sort of evasion, like Corpse Fly and Scowl Griffin. Probably not going to play the Zombie Vulture. Shield Trainer's a pretty good pick. That's probably going to be our pick here. Yeah, sure, I like Shield Trainer here. Yeah, we'll take Shield Trainer. That's decent, because that's going to make those Grimskull Sorcerers even bigger. It'll make them 2/4s. It makes a Scowl Griffin like a 2/5. You know, it makes Corpse Fly a little bit better. Effigy could go from being a 3/3 to a 3/4. So Shield Trainer's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Give me some more diamond stuff. All the good diamond removal is basically getting picked up by that diamond player, I just know it. So no blood cards in here, interestingly enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the Shards of Fate for the fixing and just let people have the rest of the stuff to try to get more going. Fixing could be important in this deck because we do have double threshold stuff like Inquisition is kind of a big deal to play that on turn 2. Giant Corpse Fly, double threshold. Scowl Griffin, double threshold. Lots of double threshold. Joshua, no. They're over here trying to step on things that they shouldn't be. Pick here is probably Shroomshaw because it's just a good blocker to hold on a board state. That's going to be our pick. Dies, we get 2 Battle Hoppers, which are basically chump blockers. A lot of this is going to be like hold on to board state until we can play a Scowl Griffin, Mazet Ranger, Corrupt Harvester, or King Gabe or Infiltrator Bot. Like, those are some pretty decent endgame finishers. Probably the Shroomshaw again. Yeah, this Corrupted Afterlife table, that tells you how much people like that. We don't have a good 3-point range, but our 2-point range is pretty heavy, so that might make up for it. Sort of. And 22 cards right now in our deck. One of them's the Shards of Fate, so 21 spells type cards. Cards that we cast. Wow, Boltpaw Wizard came back around, so we're definitely picking up that guy here. I think I'd rather have him than this reversion, just because he's also a body. I have to sacrifice a troop to use it, but with Shroomshaw, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I should have plenty of fuel for when I need to revert things, so he'll definitely get main decked. Debatable whether I main deck Misfortune though. So I don't really need the Zombie Vulture, so it's basically a counter pick here. And I think I just don't want to deal with Tyrannosaurus Hex. It's a lot more difficult to deal with him than it is Bloodcrate Zealot. I still don't have Murder or any type of removal really. That's just spot removal. I'm in Blood and Diamond and just the removal. I'm just not seeing it. Terrible Transfer is more removal, so we'll pick that up. We kind of need something. Oh, was that the first terrible transfer? I thought we had one already. This isn't going to be great in here again, just because we don't have all... we're in 2 shards, so some of our threshold's going to go to a diamond. I'll pick up the removal with Sniper here. That's a counter pick. We may be an 18 shard deck, I'm not sure, or it's difficult to say. Ooh, there we go. Game breaking, Soothing Breeze. Remember the first couple of weeks when we were playing, I actually saw people drafting and playing Soothing Breeze, and because they're used to playing like Hearthstone, where you don't really, like, blocking is a special ability, you know. So Induction Coil is our rare. That seems pretty bad. I mean, I guess we could use it with our thing to just keep getting removal every once in a while with our, if we're running Zared. So I mean, but it's we're getting a charge, so every 4 turns we get -1/-1 removal. Shield Trainer might be better. I don't know. I don't really like this pack. Atrophy is okay. We do need 3-point cards, so I mean, Induction Coil does fit that right now. Shield Trainer's not coming back around to us. Effigy, Atrophy. I'll take the Shield Trainer here. That may seem like an odd choice, but that's what I'm taking. I feel like that's the best pick. The Induction Coil could be good, but I just feel like it's just going to be so slow to really deal with a lot of things. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's going to get there for us. Spiritcliff Pegasus is pretty good. We also have a Rigid Buffalo, but Pegasus is probably better. Fang of the Mountain God. Nah, we're not really aggro. We're basically like stall. Darkspire Priestess is also really good. Shadowgrove Witch isn't bad, but we haven't really seen a lot of Priestess, so I really need my 3-point range to get stocked up. Play this Pegasus. It's mostly an offensive troop. I mean, it might trade with something, but... So, try to pick up some stuff. I don't think I'm going to see a murder here, or any type of diamond removal for the rest of the draft. I had 3 picks in to this last pack, and I don't see that. I don't think I'm going to see any of that stuff. Could be wrong. I've been past like a 4th pick murder before. But that means they probably picked up some sort of bomb or something. Somebody that's dwarfs is probably going to like that Induction Coil, though. Some dwarf player. Burn! Wow. Well, it would be nice to have that if I was in Ruby. Transform target troop into an angel. That's a 4/4 angel for 5. I mean, I can transform Shroomshaw guys into angels. I mean, that's kind of interesting, I guess, but Scowl Griffin's probably strictly better. Could get the Inquisition. Shame Gladiator. I don't know, maybe. It's a 2/2. I can make it a 3/3. 3/3 for 2. I mean, that seems pretty good, right? 3/3 for 2? Yeah, alright. Let's pick up the Shame Gladiator, give him the +1/+1. He'll be a 3/3 for 2. Sure. It's a minor socket. Could also give him Life Drain, but I feel 3/3 for 2 is pretty good. He does cost us 2 health when we play him, but... Heroic Inspiration is pretty decent removal when we're blocking, and we probably will be blocking. In fact, we could be blocking with 01 Battle Hoppers, so that's probably going to be our pick here. We could also exhaust target troop. Actually, that's probably better. Wind Whisperer is going to help us stall better, maybe. Yeah, I'd rather stall turn after turn instead of playing the Heroic Inspiration, so we'll pick up the Wind Whisperer here. So it's going to stall turn after turn after turn. So that's pretty good. This is basically like it's basically removal that costs a resource every turn. However, if our opponent can kill it, I mean, it is killable. So, there is that. Another Corrupt Harvester, wow. We also have some Darkspire cards, another Grimskull Sorcerer, and my oldest son yelling in the background. So, we'll pick up another Harvester here, because that's just the sickness. Harvester is pretty sick. I haven't actually seen a Blood Aura yet, either. Which I'm surprised. Kind of surprised not to see that. Our 4-point range is ridiculous. Like, even if we never draw King Gabe for the rest of this draft, 2 Corrupt Harvesters by itself is pretty ridiculous. A Swift Striking Mazet Ranger and 2 Skyle Griffins. That seems really good to me. I could be wrong, but I mean, all I have to do is make it to 4, really, is what I'm looking at here. If I can make it to turn 4 and draw 4 resources, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom after I build this deck. Another Darkspire Priestess. There's a Call to the Grave. We already have one. Blood Savant's probably our best pick here, though. Yeah, so we'll pick up Blood Savant here. We're passing a lot of burn. Ruby is so open. So very open right now. That feels like another one that's like underdrafted is Ruby and Sapphire. For some reason, Sapphire gets underdrafted a little bit. I'm not sure why. Although I haven't seen any, what is it called? I haven't seen any Buccaneers this whole draft, so I don't know. Maybe that's why. 2 Blood Savants seems pretty good for the early game, because I can pump them fairly easily. Turreted Wall, Charge Bot, another Grimskull Sorcerer, a Prairie Scout. So we'll probably pick up the Sorcerer here, just as another 3/2 body. Could also get the Turreted Wall, but I've got plenty of 4-point cards I want to play, so we'll pick up this Sorcerer. It's another 3/2 basically, or 3. I'm sorry, not 3/2, but 2/3 when we socket it. So, and it works really well because it's only a single diamond threshold, and I believe the +1/+1 is a single diamond threshold as well. So, if we can play him, his minor socket will be active. Could pick up Infusion Device, Determined Zombie, Atrophy, probably Atrophy. We need more removal here, or Shadow Grove Witch. I think I'd rather pick up the Atrophy. I want to draw into some of the good stuff, so we'll pick up Atrophy here. I'm not sure we'll actually play it right now. It's decent. I mean, it's permanent, -1/-1, so it makes for positive trades a lot of times during combat. We really kind of got stiffed on our removal, though, unfortunately. And we're not going to see any of the good stuff, any of the murders or the Solitary Exile or any of that stuff. Another Atrophy is decent. Guess I just pick up another Atrophy here, which I probably won't play, depending on, like, if it depends on what deck I'm playing against, but could also counter pick the Counter Magic, I guess. It's not really a good counter pick here, though. Elder Druid, Counter Magic. Those are pretty good. Those are probably the best cards in there. He uses a solid body and he reverts a troop. That seems pretty good. Lots of Priestesses showing up late. So Sorrow is kind of a big card. Rigid Buffalo, we basically have things that are the same as Rigid Buffalo, so we don't need any more. So we'll pick up the Sorrow here. I don't really want that Shadow Grove Witch because I've got so many things. My 4-point range is so stocked right now. We'll probably even main deck this Sorrow because it doesn't even really hit hardly anything in our deck. So at least it'll be pretty good. Decent to main deck the Sorrow, I'd say. The only thing it hits is the Shield Trainers, which we'll probably only run one of anyways. And the Shroom Shaws and their little guys. But I'm not even sure if I need to run these Shroom Shaws right now. Those can come in paired with Bolt Paw Wizard if I need them. I can swap things around that way if there's like a lot of removal or something, but yeah, pick up the Shroom Shaw here in case. So it'll probably be basically main deck. Main deck, I probably won't have Shroom Shaw, and then I can swap for it if I need it to use it with Bolt Paw Wizard to, like, if I'm running against Wild, then Bolt Paw Wizard can revert a bunch of things with those Shroom Shaws as fuel. I guess I'll take another Terrible Transfer here. You know what? I'm going to counterpick this Mesmerize here. We're just going to take that removal. That's kind of late for that removal to be floating around. So I just don't want it to be out there. I basically have the deck right now anyways, even though my 3-point range sucks. And I'm going to have to make some real choices on the 4s. Another Sorcerer, or Protectorate Sorcerer. I'll take the Protectorate Sorcerer. Yeah, exhaust troops, pushes damage. I've got plenty of Grimskull Sorcerers. Yeah, Blood Savant. I've got a really amazing 2-point range. I mean, if I didn't have this King Gabe, I could probably just run like this Grimskull Sorcerer Blood Savant deck that basically tops out at 4 and just forget about this stuff and run like 16 resources or something. Yeah, I'll take the Shin'hare Militia because it's a bigger body than Baby Yeti. Just like counter picks now. The Dregs. It would have been nice to see at least one murder, but no. I'll never forget playing against someone that like main decked that drafted like 3 murders in one draft. Man, that was frustrating. Or the guy that drafted he drafted Extinction and he drew it in both games against me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my face again here. And we will build the deck. So we need blood and diamonds. So overall, I'm not too disappointed with the way things shook out. It would have been nicer to have a nicer 3-point range, but you know how it goes. Can't control everything. Okay. So call it Grave. That guy. That seems pretty good. Those are amazing. Mazet Ranger. Let's go ahead and give this guy some Swift Strike. I'm not sure if I want to main deck the Bolt Paw Wizard or not. I do have a lot of things that have evasion too, so I might not even need like Infiltrator Bot main deck either. Depends. I want that, and the Effigy is going to become a 3/3 Effigy with... Actually, I'm not even sure. I might have too many things that need the +1/+1, so this might become something else. Rage 1. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that one right now. We've got a bunch of Grimskull Sorcerers that are going to soak up a lot of these +1/+1s. I know that. This guy is going to be... Oh, that's a major? I thought that was... Oh, wait, no, that... Oh, that's... I'm thinking of Wild, aren't I? That gives it +1/+1. Yeah, I am thinking of that. So now how do I gem this guy? Huh. Let's see. I might not play these guys now. Maybe I just throw Rage on them. Guess I'll just throw Rage on them. They're mad sorcerers. Okay, well, that didn't work quite as expected. Inquisition. So I may not actually play that many of those guys then. Let's see what I got. 19 cards here. Definitely want those savants. Let's see, what do I want to gem this guy with now? So I can give it Swift Strike. Seems alright, I guess. Yeah, 1-2 with Swift Strike isn't as good as a 2-2. Where is... Did I already put it in here? Call to the Grave or whatever. I need 2 atrophy. Did I already put it in here? Yeah, I did. So I'm at 23 cards right now. I could probably get rid of some of these Grim Skulls. They're probably not as good, actually, as playing with, like... the Shroom Shots might be better, actually. Yeah, Shroom Shot is probably strictly better for this deck, especially. So, big mistake there. I thought for some reason Diamond had the +1/+1 thing, but it doesn't. I was wrong. So there's 23. I guess if I'm going to do all that, I might as well throw the Bolt Paw in there. Definitely need at least 17 resources here. This guy... Swift Strike, I guess, on this guy. Sure, let's give that guy Swift Strike too. So I got Swift Strike there. Swift Strike. So I've got a couple of Swift Strike troops to kind of hold on to board state. That seems alright. Mainly blood, obviously. Here, so I'll get one Shroom Shaw. Actually, I probably want Terrible Transfer. I like holding Misfortune in the reserves. I don't think I want Protectorate Sorcerer. One Atrophy and one Terrible Transfer. Maybe. Yeah, I suppose. So something like that, I guess. So I'm gonna do all the numbers now. Do all the numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sort by cost. 2, 3, 1 drops. 5, 6, 7, 2 drops. 3 drops. I've got 1. 4, 3 drops. That's where it kind of like isn't that good. And then 4 drops, I got 1. 5, 6, 4 drops. 5 drops, I've got 1. and then 1 6-drop. So not a great curve on this deck. This is, hopefully this will do okay. Hopefully our 2-point stuff can come through for us, and giving us enough time to get to the big high-end late game stuff. Let's look at the blood to diamond ratio. It's definitely going to be more blood than diamond. So I've got 1, again I'm counting the icons here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 blood. And diamond I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So diamond is really not a major player in this deck, so could probably pretty easily go with like a 9. What do we want here? A 9, 7? I think I can even go up to a 10, 6. I think I can go to a 10, 6, because that's 7 diamond shards I've got in there with the Shards of Fate. Yeah, that's probably going to be better. So we'll save and continue. I'm going to use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. So we're playing against the dwarf player in the pod. So if he, I did see at least one, whatever it's called. Ugh, this is rough. We're gonna keep this though, because this is an aggressive hand for this deck to deal with. So we need to play all of our blood stuff, that we can start pumping this guy after we start. I mean, you become really big really fast. With that though, we may not be able to pump him right away, unfortunately. And we're going to take 1 here right off the bat. Tech Genius, okay. It's not too bad. I do have Sorrow in the deck if he uses his main ability pretty soon here. So yeah, we'll just play this guy out. Can't pump this guy yet because we don't have resources and we don't have the threshold requirement. Again, we do have Sorrow in the deck, so we can actually blow him out, possibly, with that. If he plays some sort of plans or something, then he needs those guys to activate it. Might as well swing both of his guys. I guess he's just going to swing with that one. I don't really have anything I could do here, so we should have swung with the other guy, so that's kind of a play mistake there. I don't think he's got any pumps in the deck, so I'm just going to go ahead and play my Wind Whisperer here. Just so I can block. And we'll just sit on this ward state. I don't really have an attack because I can't pump this guy. But I will be able to next turn. So the way it's going to work is we'll go to attacks, swing in with Blood Servant, see what he... okay, well that doesn't help. So now I'm going to need to tap that thing down like every turn before he attacks. This is where Wind Whisperer is the removal of my deck. Corpse Fly. I don't feel like attacking here. I think I'm just going to make him discard a card, and I'll have Wind Whisperer to tap his Infiltrator bot down with. I don't really need to use my Xerath ability on anything, because there's nothing that's like pressing right now. So we'll just sit on this board state, that's fine. So we gotta wait for his combat step, and we'll tap his guy down with Wind Whisperer. First main. So if he has whatever it is, the Volcannon, then we'll be in trouble. So let's exhaust that guy, of course. I'll take 2. I don't know if he has a Volcan if he's doing attacks like that, but ooh, a Terabot, that's kind of problematic. That's a huge problem. Don't really want to deal with that thing. I can make it smaller because I'm going to start taking damage from that thing like right away. Actually, I can just play that. So yeah, I'm just going to play the Spear Clip Pegasi, and then I'll have blocker for him. So I'm going to 2-for-1 his Terabot when he attacks. Pass the turn. I can pump this guy big enough where he can block those guys. Tap down his Infiltrator bot. Air superiority, that stinks. I guess I'm taking 3. Taking 3 no matter what, because he can give his Infiltrator bot basically evasion too, so it doesn't really. I don't know if I have a really good response for this deck. Taking 3. Oh, there we go. That'll help. Yeah, I'll just play the Skyle Griffin to tie up the board state here. Pass the turn back. He has a Volcannon though, like there's not a lot we can do. Oh well, that stinks. He's gonna bounce our Skyle Griffin here. We'll take 3 from the Terabot. be funny if he bounced our corpse fly. That'd be awesome. He probably won't do that. Wow, that's an interesting choice. So, not sure why he's bouncing the Wind Whisperer. To just respond, so seems interesting. Now he doesn't have an attack phase. I mean, if he attacks, I'm gonna triple block his Terabot. And he can't kill my Skyle Griffin, so that seems pretty bad. He gets one attack with his guy for a turn. He gets 3 damage in with his thing instead. I get to play Wind Whisperer this next turn. Or I could play Corrupt Harvester. It really doesn't matter. I want blood, actually, for the removal. He can block this Corrupt Harvester because it can be blocked by artifacts, so it's really not the best in this situation. So we'll just go ahead and replay our Wind Whisperer. And then we'll just let him swing with his 3 damage this next turn. Eventually, once he stops playing things, we can start swinging with like Blood Savant, and that's going to be not the best for him. Because he can deal a lot of damage. He can chump it for a while, though. Yep, Infiltrator Bot. Is he letting me block it? No, he's gonna do it now. Resolve, sure. Yeah, I can't block it. Thunderbird, okay, sure, I can deal with that. That really doesn't do very much right now. So I'm going to go ahead and swing in with our Blood Servant, and we're going to see what that does. Let's swing in with this guy and see if he blocks at all. Okay, so we'll just pump him up. Why can't I pump him? Okay. I can't pump him? No, that's... what? It wouldn't let me... That's... what is going on? It wouldn't let me pump him. Is that basic? Oh, it's basic action. That's why. Oh my gosh. Thought it was quick action speed. Man. Wow, what a noob. Wow. Alright, well, that stinks. That really stinks. Ah! I hardly ever play with this card. Not that that's an excuse. I had to have resources up for Wind Whisperer. Another Terabot, wow. So I can't even really swing in with Corrupt Harvester because he's got blockers for days.
Hey guys, we're gonna go. We need to go. Where's the tea? We're gonna go. We need to go. Ready to go or not? Josh, ready to go? Go get a ball or something to play with.
There's not really an attack I can make here. 446 Terabot's pretty big though. I think I'm gonna lose to this dwarf deck. He's really doing well on the shards, just saying. Wow, misplay of the day though, with that Blood Savant. That was horrible. That was a horrible misplay. You can kill my Skyle Griffin here. Guess I'll take 4. We'll just wait. Maybe I can get another thing. I can debuff it. I need another Skyle Griffin is what I need. Or King Gabe would have been nice by now. Can always trade my Corrupt Harvester for, well, nothing, because he's got his Terabot up, but... yeah, Shame Gladiator's gonna make it even worse for me. Just not getting what I need here. I don't know what I need. I don't know if I have anything that could deal with this board state at this point. I mean, I have some removal for these Terabots, but... not really anything else. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive with Blood Servant earlier. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should have done instead of playing cards. So now I'm going to block with everything and lose my Skyle Griffin. Which stinks. If I draw a resource, I can debuff his Terabot low enough that I can double block it to kill it if I need to. That early thing just really... yeah, that just killed me. Maybe I should try to get some life here. Fell down the stairs, didn't ya? Yeah, he fell down the stairs. Let's see, so I guess I exhaust the Terabot and then swing in to get some trades here. Swing. Sure, let's do that. Try and get some life back here. I'm gonna get at least 3 life out of this to try to hold on to board state. If I could get the Blood Aura, if I had had that in my draft, then I could have thrown that on Blood Savant. This would have been crazy, but not what I've got. Did Elliot just fall down the stairs? Alright. So let's deal combat damage. So I would rather kill Buccaneer. Yeah, I think I'd rather kill Buccaneer. Cleans up the board state a little bit. I'm gonna take 3 damage here, 6 damage, and then I can chump his Terabot for a little while. Swing with Blood Savant, pump him, and swing. But he's got chump blockers for days. As soon as with Thunderbird I can block it here. So I'll take 6. I really just need something to kill his Terabot. That's all I need to have happen here. I need a terrible transfer. No, that is not a terrible transfer. So we'll go ahead and pump this guy a couple times. Chump block this guy with like a charge bot or something. Well, I'm not really like doing a lot of counting right now, so I probably have already screwed myself. Not that this guy can really even block for me anyways, but like I said, Blood Aura would have really put this back in my favor. Even just drawing a resource to debuff this Terabot would have been good there. Yeah, gets another chump blocker. Come on. Come on. What? What the heck? Whatever, fine. I'll just exhaust that guy. I'd lose. Whatever. I didn't get a chance to exhaust his guy. I must have clicked through it. It's fine. This game had gone long enough. I would pretty much already lost anyways. Yeah, that early infiltrator bot, that really killed me. So I need another terrible transfer for his Terabots, because they're ridiculous. Alright, I need diamond. I don't think there's any artifact removal in these shards. Guy seems pretty good in this matchup. Didn't really target anything the whole time. Atrophy, I guess. He just has so many big things in the sky. Paw Wizard doesn't really do very much. If I can Inquisition some of that early stuff out, more Inquisition would have been helpful to draft some more of that for the early game. Actually, I would play my own Infiltrator bot, that would be nice. I like Blood Savant that much. He seems like he's really not that great. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. I don't know. I don't see it going well. This seems like a pretty bad matchup because my Corrupt Harvesters are really not as good as they would be if he didn't have all those artifacts to block them. So if I do, I don't know. This might be the worst, the toughest game of this match, of this set, if I actually progress after this. Just because he has so many artifacts for me to try to get past. Yeah, this is fine. 2 Inquisition at the beginning of the game is going to be amazing. We'll keep this to get those, snipe those Terrabots before they come out. That was like the biggest problem, was Terrabot and the other one. So just open up with that Blood Shard. Turn 2 Inquisition seems pretty good. And we can get to a Corrupt Harvester or Skull Griffin. Pure Vapes. That's nice. That'll let me play my Skull Griffin. That's nice. Construction plans, Terrabot, Scrap Welder, Buccaneer. So we're gonna get that Terrabot. He has no, or at least I saw a lot of cards and not that many resources, so he might be stuck at 1 here. Should be really good for me. Terrabot's just such a big body to deal with. That's fine, I can deal with that. I can now damage that once I play the Corrupt Harvester. Okay, so play this so we can play the Skull Griffin if we need to. We'll probably play the Corrupt Harvester first. Construction plans, Warhulk is probably the next worst thing, so that's what we're gonna snipe here. Because we really don't want to deal with that either. A really big 5/5 Warhulk is going to be tough for us to deal with. Even if we had Murder, we couldn't deal with it. Thunderbird, well that's not good either. So that means I have to play a Skull Griffin on the next turn. I can't let Thunderbird get out of hand. And Skull Griffin will tie that up nicely. Actually, I'll just use my champion ability on it and play the Corrupt Harvester. Never mind. Not sure why he ran his Thunderbird out like that. He's got to know that I can just kill it. So I don't know why. I guess he wanted to take it. Take down that Thunderbird. Resolve. Play our Harvester. So we can block it with the Worker Bot, but I mean, gaining 3 life is perfectly fine for us. Taking 1 from this guy is pretty incidental, and you can't block it with the Phoenix Guard Scout at all. So Buccaneer, our guy. Yeah, we knew he had Buccaneer. That's fine. We're just gonna replay it. Actually, I remember playing against someone and that had 3 Buccaneers, and playing with 3 Buccaneers, and they really do. They like win games. We still haven't seen King Gabe at all in any of our games. So in case he has another Buccaneer, I guess I'll run out my Skull Griffin, which will stall the board state as well. Stops all of his attackers. Because if he swings with a Buccaneer, we kill it and we take the 1 damage. If he swings with the Phoenix Guard Scout, we block it and bounce off each other. Scrap Welder will just take the damage. That's fine, we'll just take the damage. I'd actually like to see him sacrifice a Buccaneer here. That's fine, I'll take 5. Still have the Corrupt Harvester, which can keep me in the game as far as health is concerned. No reason to attack in because he just blocks it and we bounce off each other, and then he has the aggressive move. So he needs to play enough artifacts to stop my Corrupt Harvester here, or bounce it again. There's a Research Adept to draw some cards. There's a Gearsmith. None of these guys, except for the Worker Bot, can block Corrupt Harvester. Infiltrator Bot, nothing can block it once I play it. Okay, so he's got 2 blockers, but it's still not going to be enough to kill it, so I'm still in fine. Okay, so now he's got enough. He can kill it. So we can block it. And I don't have Blood Ore in this deck or anything else to buff my Corrupt Harvester, so this looks like I'll be sitting on this board state with an Infiltrator Bot coming in instead. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. We'll just go in with Infiltrator Bot and just sit on this board state. And of course he draws his Infiltrator Bot, so we're racing now, and I don't have anything to stop it this time. And I haven't drawn any removal for it, of course. I can only gain 3 health from the Corrupt Harvester. That's all I can get from it. Okay, so I can swing in with both of these. He's only going to block with the 3 things. He's not going to block with the Infiltrator Bot, because if he does, I'll kill it. I can atrophy one of them and kill the other 2, so we'll go ahead and swing in with our things. So let's go ahead and make it so this guy's unblockable. So swing in, swing and swing. So we should triple block here, and then we'll atrophy one. Otherwise, I'm fine with killing an Infiltrator Bot for a Corrupt Harvester. Yeah, and then we'll just atrophy. Look at that guy. So race goes to us. He can't race us now. Well, he can. He can swing with everything. And we can kill stuff with Scowl Griffin like every turn. But dealing 6 puts him on a pretty quick clock. He can deal a lot to us, though, here. He's not going to. That's surprising. He probably should have. I think he should have just swung in with the house and given Infiltrator Bot. So there's that terrible transfer that we want to see, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and make this guy unblockable and then swing in. See if he blocks with his Infiltrator Bot here. If he does, I'll terrible transfer it. I could have done that prior to. I mean, I'm getting less health overall, but I'm at 20 now, so I mean, I'm pretty far out of range. He can deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 damage if I were not to block. But I'm gonna kill something. Splinter of Azoth's kind of late here. He should really be swinging. He kind of has to swing. Yeah, there we go. So the thing I don't want to deal with the most is the this guy. So that's the one I'm going to kill. And I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if he bounces that guy and replays him, that's another 5 damage that I'm going to have to deal with, which is not acceptable. There's Skyl Griffin, that'll help. That'll be a good blocker for us. Activate this guy, swing in. Skyl Griffin for the Bloxies. His swing is he's only going to deal 5, 6 points of damage here. The race is not looking good for him right now. Unless he can play like a, whatever it is. Volcannon. Unless he has Volcannon. Go blood, because we've already got our 2 diamond threshold here. Swing, swing. He can block our Skyl Griffin, so that was the right swing to do. There. And we'll go ahead and throw out Protectorate's Sorcerer. We can tap down something. Not that it matters. He's going to counter our guy. Sure. Whatever. Might as well. In his position. We're in a good clock place too, because our clock is a little bit ahead of his. So we'll go to game 3. See if we can pull it out here. I was really lucky that we got something to deal with all of his threats right at the beginning of that match, so not really any changes to make, just save and continue. So if we can deal with every threat he drops, then we're okay, right? Just, you know, it'll be fine. We just have to deal with every threat. He's switching some stuff around. I might go with Misfortune, might be a good pick here, but I don't know. Yeah, I was lucky that last one. Like, just drawing the things when I did. You got faith, yeah. I don't even know if I really want this Bolt Paw Wizard. I probably do want Misfortune over Bolt Paw Wizard here. I'm going to do that. Save and continue. Misfortune is probably better in this matchup, because he does have some somewhat large drops. The early 2 Inquisitions is probably one of the things that really just set up that whole match too for us. He's taking all of his time here. Be funny if I see a completely different deck. He might have cited in one of the resources. Okay, we're not doing this again. No. Jeez. Alright, I guess I'll stick with this. This is not great, but I don't feel good about this match. This looks not good. And it's looking worse. At least Atrophy will draw us a card. I think I play a Diamond Shard next. Ugh, that's going to be rough to deal with. I don't know that I can deal with a 5/5 Warhulk with Crush with this deck. Yeah, Sorrow... Ugh, I might have to Sorrow some of his early... If he drops a couple of guys here, Sorrow could be really good. If he drops 2 guys here, Sorrow will be helpful. Okay, drop that. Drop one more guy. No? Okay. Alright, I think I'd rather just be aggressive with this Pegasi before I Sorrow. Maybe I should have Sorrowed first. Whatever. We'll just be aggressive here for a little while. I get to play Skyle Griffin, so... Yep, puts a counter on his thing. That was probably not the play to make. I probably just should have Sorrowed it, but... I want more value out of my Sorrow. Splinter of Azoth. That's not good. Block it with Skyle Griffin. I can Terrible Transfer it eventually. Atrophy. So I'll just do this. And we'll Atrophy to draw a card here. So I can trade it with Pegasi. Yeah, let's see if he'll trade here, and then I can Sorrow next turn if I need to. I don't think he's going to trade, though. I'm trying to be aggressive. I can Terrible Transfer it to kill it if I need to, but I'd rather save Terrible Transfer for something tougher to deal with. Yeah, I really want to save this Terrible Transfer for his a 3/2 robot. Taking one puts me ahead, so I feel like I need to Sorrow this Worker Bot. It's just gonna kill my Pegasi. Alright, well, I guess we'll just Sorrow in our second main phase, because I need to make sure he doesn't get a 5/5 robot into play. Or actually, I can almost deal with it now. Sorrow plus Terrible Transfer will kind of deal with it. I just need another resource. Yeah, I can deal with it. So we'll wait. We'll wait. It's gonna counter, sure. That's fine. I'll just replay it next turn. So we'll wait. I'm pretty sure I can deal with his construction, his Warhawk when it lands. So I have 3 counters. I've got 2 turns, so I just need to draw another blood or draw enough where I can just get there with it. I can also block with the Pegasi and then Terrible Transfer it to kill it as well if I needed to. That's fine. Play a bunch of guys. Yeah, because I'm going to Sorrow eventually. Monkey is going to monkey his Splinter. Puts it on the ground, which is kind of better for me. Oh, he's going to monkey a Worker Bot. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. Sure. Some 3/4 monkeys to deal with now. So, less things I can kill with Sorrow. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's not swinging. I guess he wants to trade. Misfortune. So, Misfortune's the best play here. I just want to get rid of stuff out of his hand. So he has less things. I don't want to deal with like a Terabot or something. Okay, 2 resources. Not the best, but whatever. We'll see if he'll trade his Splinter here. I don't really have a lot else to do with this Pegasi, and it's going to die to Sorrow eventually anyways. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and blow him out here, I guess. And then he can tap his guys down. He gets his thing. Yeah, he gets a Warhawk. I'm going to take a lot of damage here. Actually, I think I lose here. Maybe I should have just waited. I probably should have just waited on that Sorrow. So I could have Terrible Transferred his thing, but not in a great spot here. Skyl Griffin can block one of these guys, but it's not going to kill it. I'm going to take like a lot of damage. I'll have to Skyl Griffin to block his thing and Terrible Transfer. It'll be a 2-for-1 to take care of Warhawk, and the 6 damage I'm taking from monkeys is going to be too much. Okay, well that helps. So take 6 and alright, so block him with Shroom Shot and then Terrible Transfer his guy, take 6 but gain 4. And then play Skyl Griffin, but I'm really at a pretty poor board state right now. There. Terrible Transfer for 4. So net is I take 2 here. I didn't gain any health? Why didn't I gain health? I should have gained health there. I didn't gain any health. So I'll go ahead and kill his Charge Bot here. Play my Skyl Griffin. I've got 1 blocker, and I've got 2 chump blocks now. If I can get another thing in play, I can sort of stabilize. I should have like some more health, but apparently not. Oh wait, it was the crush damage. Oh, I didn't count that. That's 4 more points. So yeah, that's right. 4 points for crush. So never mind. I forgot about that. Everything's working fine. It's all fine. It's all good. draw some spells. It would be nice to see that King Gabe that we drafted in our first pack. Just once. That would be nice. Oh, kill my guy. That's not cool. Kills my Scout Griffin. Come on, King Gabe. I know you're in there. King Gabe. I just want to see you, because it's like I'm already dead. Well, no. If I draw King Gabe, I can hold on. No. That is not King Gabe. That's basically good games. Because I'll take... I chump block some damage here, and... Actually, he kills one of my guys, I take too much. Yep, that's it. Oh well. At least we got King Gabriel and a Menacing Grulk out of this draft. So that kind of makes up for it. For this round 1 loss. We just did not get a lot of removal. Also, we drew a lot of shards in this last match, so... I'm not sure why he just did that, because I think he could have killed my guy, which is what he should have done. Because he's giving me a turn by doing this. I can't pump this guy, but I get a turn. But not really, because even if I play King Gabe here, it's going to give me 2 troops, but he swings with the house, and I can't block them all. Yes, you keep the cards that you draft. Absolutely. So good games, pure vapes. You pay for the cards, so yes, you keep the cards you draft. Not like in Hearthstone, where you draft a whole bunch of things, play synchronously, and then don't get to keep them. Now, about asynchronous tournaments, they're talking about doing... what is he doing? Might as well swing with that guy too. They're talking about doing sealed tournaments as asynchronous tournaments, and so we haven't seen that yet, but in the future there's a very good chance we're going to see that with Hex. Yeah, you should open.